Hi, everybody. Welcome to the live chat for I Like Cruise Ships, the Facebook page and the website and YouTube channel. Kind of a bit of a combined live chat. Welcome to the live chat for I Like Cruise Ships, the Facebook page and the website and YouTube channel. Kind of a bit of a combined live chat. Whoa. So now I have the Facebook page and the website and YouTube channel. So I have a bit of teething problems because I have the website and YouTube channel coming through on all problems because I have. Here we go. Need to find the chat and we'll be good. Live chat. Events. Anybody see me already? I wonder. Anybody is live? I'm not sure where the chat is. I see one viewer, but I don't see the chat. So welcome everybody. If you're watching it on delay or you're not watching it live, I'm here in Moscow, Russia, in the now famous kitchen. It's currently 7:31 a.m. So it is very early. Let's see if I can find where the chat is, and I can then see everybody's feedback. That would be handy, wouldn't it? So yeah, I wonder if anybody can see the chat here and wants to post in the comments. Whoever is watching, I see 3 viewers. So okay, so I'm trying to do a bit of a combined thing here. I'm using Google Hangouts and posting into YouTube, of course, and then I put a notification in Facebook, which is way too many things to do at the same time, but if any of you who are watching live want to just post in the comments so I can see where the comments are coming through, it's super helpful. Clicking around like crazy here and don't see the comments. Oh, Monica, there we go. Hi from El Paso, Texas. Or maybe you're from the El Paso Mexican Taco Company, I wonder, Monica. I'm sure it's El Paso, Texas, not Old El Paso Mexican snacks. So I guess I don't see that live chat in Hangouts, but I see it in YouTube. So yeah, now this is kind of weird because I can't see my screen and I need to see myself at least. This is not going good so far. So there we go. So all good. So yeah, so I wonder who has watched the live chats before. I wonder who's watching for the first time. I'm going to see how long we can go for, probably at least half an hour or 1 hour, depending on how many people come into the chat. If anybody wants to share this into any social media groups, that would be great. Is my video frozen or is it just me? Monica, you're going to have to be my sounding board so I can see both things happen at the same time. This Google Hangouts would be amazing if it was working. Have I gone? Is people still here? I wonder. It says that I'm live. So we got 3 viewers. Screen share, cameraman, control room, everything is there. Man, camera is going. Can you see me? Is the camera still going? Monica, you're the only person I know that's watching. So if you can confirm that you can see the chat, that would be very nice. If you can see the live camera. Am I waving still? My camera is frozen, which is not good. don't know how to get it to I've got everything clicked that I know I need to click. There we go. It's kind of come back again now. So yeah, it's me. Yes, it is me. I don't know what that means, but maybe did you cruise on Carnival Horizon, I wonder? And you saw me in the liquor store and you're wondering if I'm the same guy as that you've watched on the YouTube channel and watched some of the videos. Cannot see me. I can see myself now on the camera that's going live. So there's 4 viewers. So I wonder if anyone else other than yourself is here. Live chat. All chats are visible. Now I happen to have this whiz-bang Wi-Fi here in Moscow. We came back from Bali now 4 days ago. And we called to get the internet re-hooked up because it was switched off for the 3 weeks we were here. And they said, oh yeah, you can pay extra to have faster Wi-Fi. So we went and paid the extra. They said, okay, 15 minutes, it's going to be faster. And I don't know if it's better or not because it seems to freeze a couple of times a day while I'm online. My actual phone service is, I'm going to say, twice as fast for unlimited Wi-Fi on my phone than what the Wi-Fi is on the computer here. So I can't really stream from my phone because it would just be even more difficult. So yeah. So I wonder, out of the 3 viewers that are here, who has watched the lives before, go lives. If you remember back in February and March, I was here in Moscow, and then I was actually going to join Carnival Horizon. I wonder if anybody remembers that. I'm just making breakfast, by the way, and I'm wondering when that timer is going to go off for my breakfast to be cooked. Yeah, I was trying to do scheduling of this. I'm really I'm more comfortable using my phone for everything than I am using my computer here, my laptop computer in the kitchen. So it's not as easy to kind of integrate the programs and have everything work at the same time. So I wonder if anybody's watched any of my last videos. I posted one yesterday of me in Red Square, and then I went to a local supermarket and did a walk around. I wonder if anybody's watched that and what they thought of it. Yeah, I don't know if people are loving the videos that aren't about cruise ships. Trying to see that there is, it says about frame rates. It says there, live control room. That's what I'm in, live control room. View on watch page. I don't know what that means. It says about frame. I don't want to view on the watch page. I want to watch. Maybe that's better. Is that better? I can't see now how many viewers we have. So disorganized. Sorry, guys. 4 viewers that are here. I'm still curious for anybody else to type something in the chat for me, just to see that it's going smoothly. I've kind of got both open at the same time here. And Google Hangouts, by the way, you can actually have more than one person in the chat. If someone else is wanting to do basically like a 2-camera kind of chat, I guess. I've watched another person that does go lives quite a bit, and it's pretty cool when he even has up to 3 people in the same chat. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, so right now here in Moscow, again, it's 7:30 in the morning. It's a little bit foggy outside. I'm just looking out the balcony window here. Basically, I'm in the kitchen, and then there's a balcony door. Then we have a balcony out there with a sofa and a coffee table. And then it's basically full glass windows looking out over the town. We're on the 11th floor, 11th level. I say we, my wife. She's just gone to work about half an hour ago. So I don't know. I would imagine she's not watching, but you never know if she is or not. So maybe she's one of the 4 viewers. Well, I can't change around so many things here. All right, I need to have the camera look at the screen of the camera looking at myself, so I know what I'm looking at. So I know that I'm looking at you guys directly. Yeah, so yeah, I posted a video yesterday evening. I'm now learning that I need to upload the videos and then put them offline and put my basically comments in the comment box below and my links and things like that in there, and then put it live. But obviously, because it's not about cruise ships, I think not as many people are viewing some of these videos. I was also in Bali. I posted videos in Bali as well. And I took my mum shopping. My mum was there for a week while we were there. And I took her to a local souvenir shop. I did a walk around in the souvenir shop with her and then did like an unboxing of her shopping. So I wonder if people like watching that video. The video is called Krishna Ola Ola, shopping walk around. Krishna is the name of the shop, and then Ola Ola in Bashir, which is Indonesian language, means like souvenirs. I did a walk around of the souvenir shop there. And then I also went to another huge market in Denpasar, which is in the capital of Bali. Did another video walking around there. And then I was also in an island called Gili Air, walking around. So is anybody else here in the chat? If you want to post any comments in the comment box, super nice. Unless comments are rolling in and I can't see them. To list all available commands type. Oh, wow, I don't know what that commands means. Enter /. Well, there we go. Look at that. Users mute. Well, go to help. So that doesn't help. Yeah, I just see the original comments from Monica there and not from anybody else. I wonder if it's better that I stream maybe and give like a 12 or 24 hours notice to get some more viewers into the chat. I don't know. Trying to see if I can get anybody else in here so I can see if it's working or if it's live or not. A few people have read the post that I put on Facebook, so that's kind of cool. Monica says that yeah, the videos were great with my mum. Yeah, so I did a few videos from home in Australia going back about a month ago. We went to another shopping center. My mum likes shopping centers and I do too. So we're not big shoppers when we go. We like to just walk around and check out everything. And I went to an outlet shopping mall, which is a new thing in Perth in Australia where I live, called DFO. And it's called DFO Perth. It's actually right by the airport in Perth as well. So we drove about 45 minutes out there. And then there's a huge shopping center that we went to. We went there on the 3rd day. So it was kind of cool. It was super busy that day too. So at the time I made and uploaded the video, it kind of went viral for a day or two, people watching it. Yeah, it's had not viral is like millions of views. Mine only has thousands of views. So not lots of views. I think I've had more views on one of the cabin videos on the ship than on me at the shopping center. So I wonder if anybody watching has any. What country am I from? Oh, there we go. I wonder if anyone has any ideas of videos I can make while I'm in Moscow. Maybe I can go to another supermarket or a food market or the local vegetable place. I'm not sure. Love to all America has, was, and ever will be. Well, that's kind of quite a long channel name for YouTube. It says, where am I from? I'm from Perth, Australia. That's where I live when I'm at home. I obviously work on cruise ships. So if you don't know where I work on cruise ships, my last contract was on Carnival Horizon. And I was there for 6 months, which is my contract length. And then I am now on 3 months vacation or holiday. Yeah. I wonder if nobody has any questions. It's very hard when you do this unscripted because I don't have a plan anytime I come and do these live chats. I had to wait until my wife went to work because she doesn't like me doing them in the middle of the night when she's sleeping, of course, because the voice and volume echoes in the apartment, even with brick walls right here. It echoes right the way through. And I wonder if the neighbors, we are very fortunate here where we are on this 11th level, that the apartment on this side and then the one on this side are both empty. So there is another 2 more apartments, one more over. And I saw the guy last night, and he was all excited because I hadn't seen me for 6 months. He doesn't speak any English, but we tried to say hello to each other and greeted each other. So that was kind of funny. Yeah. So if anybody wants to share this into any Facebook groups, let me see if I can do that myself. That would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? I don't think I can do 2 things at once. Let's see. I just want to see more people chatting. That would be handy. Come on by. I just want to see if the chat's working. And if Google Hangouts is kind of better to do than sorry, I had like a thing there. Yeah, I wonder if Google Hangouts is easier to use than going live on Facebook. Facebook is much, much easier, but I'm trying to basically build the YouTube channel and do that more. In terms of social media, it's very hard to kind of do every medium of social media, every format. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and the website. So basically everything is the same name. So there's all the different I Like Cruise Ships mediums. But I'm trying, doing the YouTube is the easiest thing for me, by the way. I can basically film videos, I can edit on my phone, I can upload where I have Wi-Fi, or now I've got a SIM card while I'm here in Russia. And it's just so much easier to do everything on YouTube, except this thing, which is the Google Hangouts. I wonder if I say Google a lot, Google will like this, I wonder. I wonder. So there is 4 viewers here. It's just a shame you can't see who the viewers are. I'm sure there's a way that I could see that, but I can't. So that's a bit of a shame. Unless people type things in the comments. Monica says she does like my cabin tours. Yeah, they're pretty cool. So I do most of them or all of them, especially the last months of videos while the ship was on the turnaround day or embarkation day. Basically, the ship comes back into port and all the guests get off. And then there's about a 2 or 3 hour kind of gap where the cabin stewards are basically preparing the rooms for the next guest coming on for the next cruise. And essentially every cabin door is open on the ship. So I can basically walk the corridors and make videos. Now, if you're wondering why they're so randomly filmed and they're not, you know, deck 1, deck 3, deck 9, deck whatever, it's because I basically did pretty much all of them from wish lists where people put comments either on YouTube, Facebook, and asked me to film the cabins. So that's why they're not every cabin on the ship. Looking back now, I wish I sort of filmed all of Havana Cabana cabins door by door. I wish I'd have done all of Family Harbor or all of the suites. I was just looking at the analytics of the cabins that I filmed. Some are obviously more popular than others, but a lot of people wanted specific, like an inside cabin, outside cabin, a Family Harbor cabin, a Havana Cabana cabin. So they were quite randomly filmed because I did them based on what people asked me to do. So yeah, that's why they're all not sort of, there's what, about 120 or 30 videos. I think maybe 150, I think I ended up doing in the end. They're about 3-minute videos. I could have easily gone door to door and done a lot more videos, but pretty much while I was on the ship doing those videos, we were in New York, that part of the itinerary. So I wanted to get off the ship in New York and go and see New York. And the fact that we're docked in Manhattan, you can pretty easily go up to Times Square, 34th Street. So I went over to Central Park. You can almost walk, you can walk there to all places. I got taxis a lot because it's just quicker in Manhattan. Jump in a taxi, 5-10 minutes, you're at the place you want to be. So yeah, I'm just looking out over the balcony here, and it's just starting to get light outside. I have a light on in the kitchen. It wouldn't work if I switched the lights off. But it's a little bit foggy still. It's a little bit wet outside. When my wife came home last night, she's like, oh, it's snowing in Moscow. And then I went out. I had to go downstairs to meet her because there's a kind of a security door to come into the apartments. And I've got the only key. It's like an electronic key that opens the door. So our second set of keys, we don't have one. So so I went down to meet her, and it's like drizzly kind of rain. It's kind of this niggly, you know, the niggly rain where it's not raining, but it is raining, but it isn't raining. And that was what it was. And she's like, oh, in Moscow it was snowing. I'm like, I'm sure you're just making it up. So yeah, more snow will come, I think, in the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure when yet. I'm kind of excited to go outside when it snows because it's kind of so different from Australia, where we don't get snow essentially in the cities at all. So I have a Havana premium cabin on Panorama. Yeah, so I wonder if you could sort of look up your cabin number and then just have a look at maybe a similar cabin on the Horizon videos and compare them, because essentially the Panorama will be an exact sister ship to Horizon. So the same cabin number, same location, same layouts. Yeah, I was in the shipyard for 2.5 weeks. Pretty much during that time, the cabins weren't built. So it was almost not even possible to film the cabins because the guys were in and out. The contractors and Fincantieri staff were in and out so much that it was difficult to film the rooms and then obviously give you an idea of the cabin when like a bed was missing or a wardrobe was missing. So yeah, I filmed some rooms, but not all of them. But I'm kind of pleased I got all of the ship's public areas done. So pretty much if you type Carnival Horizon, then any other description after that, a video should come up. So Carnival Horizon Casino, Liquid Lounge, Limelight Lounge, yeah, the Lido Marketplace, things like that. So yeah, so there's 5 viewers in the chat, and Monica is the only person typing anything in the videos here. So I wonder if anyone else out of the 5 people that I see, it says 5 viewers. It would be nice to see somebody else chat. Thank you, Monica, though, in El Paso, Texas. I wonder, the TVs here, by the way, Russian television is all in Russian, and I don't understand conversational Russian, let me say. And it still does show the elections on the TV. The news here is all government or state controlled. So it's all, everything is all basically, on YouTube we have to create a channel to chat to you. How? Rob Wilson is saying that he can't see my chat. Let me see if I can copy and paste. Reply. I don't think you need to. I think you can just basically open the chat, can't you, and see things. I'm not sure. So I'll copy and paste that over. There's 6 viewers, so I guess of whoever's here, either loves the channel or likes my voice or likes watching my kitchen go lives. Yeah, so I was just talking about watching TV in Russia. It's not easy to watch because everything is in Russian. There's about 50 or 60 channels on the TV, and I am limited to being able to just watch it and not understand what they're saying. So what I do is I can watch YouTube videos, and my phone streams to the television in the lounge room. So what I do is I put Australian news on and then stream it to the television and watch it that way. Or I even just stream YouTube videos, like TV shows that are like full TV shows uploaded to YouTube. And then the other day I was watching Shark Tank. You guys watch Shark Tank? I wonder if anybody likes Shark Tank. I watched Shark Tank episodes. That was kind of cool. So gives you a bit of normality when you watch some English TV shows. I mean, I'd love to watch the Russian news just to understand their point of view. Because it's state-controlled or government, it's all good news and all positive news. So whatever they talk about is obviously spun in a way that basically makes everybody happy, and the news is all good. So yeah, so 5 viewers, and I still don't know who anybody is, and I guess you guys just like me to talk away. But yeah, so today, by the way, I was planning, now just looking outside, it looks like it's either wet or damp outside or drizzly like last night. I was going to go to Gorky Park. Anybody knows the famous Gorky Park? That was where I was going to go today. I need to go there at least before it gets too cold and snowy, because it's not nice to walk around. And it's a huge park, by the way. It's right on the river, Moscow River. Is that the name of the river? And it's a beautiful place to walk around in summertime, but in winter it's not particularly enjoyable. Beautiful because of all the snow, but in terms of just going for a walk around the park, it's kind of not nice. And the other option for me today is I was going to go, there is actually a metro station or a tube station. I call them tube stations because that's British, but a metro station, the underground in Moscow, where it's got what is, I believe it's the second longest escalator in the world. Now, if anybody wants to Google that and correct me, I think the longest one, I remember looking, I think it was in Japan. The longest elevator in the world. The tallest, no, escalator. I'm putting elevator, escalator. Escalator in the world. Is it in Hong Kong? Oh, St. Petersburg, Moscow, there's one as well. Is it going to say the names of the longest ones? I don't think so. That's a shame. If anybody uses Wikipedia, by the way, there's an entire site designed to escalators. That's funny. The longest escalator in the world are installed in deep underground stations at the St. Petersburg metro. Lalina, so that goes up to 138 meters long, 453 feet, and 69 meters in height. The longest freestanding in the world is at the CNN Center in Atlanta. It rises 8 stories, 62 meters long. Oh, the longest escalator in the southern hemisphere is at the Parliament Underground Railway Station in Melbourne. I never knew that. Now, the one here in Moscow, where is it? In the Park Pobedi station at the Moscow Metro, the escalator is 126 meters high, 416 feet, 740 steps long, and it takes 3 minutes to transit. So I think that's going to be where I'm going to go, because it's a really neat station. And I wonder if it says here about the... Oh, there you go. It is the deepest metro station in Moscow and one of the deepest in the world. After Kiev Metro and Chongqing Rail Transit and St. Petersburg Metro. So yeah, so it's a long metro. The Escalator is one of the longest in the world. So yeah, yeah, I say yes a lot, right? I don't know if you guys watch the YouTube videos, but in the videos I say so a lot. So. And I always, there's another saying that I say a lot. It's okay, let's go. So it's very weird because I feel like I'm talking to the camera, which is what you're meant to do. And I feel like I'm kind of carrying the camera as the third person, which is everybody of you guys watching. So where you enjoy watching the videos, I kind of take the camera with me as the third person, if that makes sense. So yeah, so Monica, thanks for all of the chat. I'm going to keep talking, by the way. And there's now 6 people here, but I need somebody else to type something so I can see if there's more people viewing. Oh, itchy nose. So what do you think? Should I go to Gorky Park or should I go to the Park Pobedi metro station? I think going to the metro station is kind of cool because it's underground and it's warm. Oh, there we go. Cruise Hive, I'm here. Sorry I was away. Hi, Cruise Hive, how are we going? And Melody M, hello from Tennessee. Oh, cool. So there's people from Texas and Tennessee. You guys are big rivals in football, by the way, the Tennessee, especially in college football. You guys are bigger rivals in college football. In the NFL, I think most people aren't as fussed because it's all a monetarized sport and so much drama around watching NFL, but college football, which is unmonetarized, people are very keen, especially you guys in the South. Is Tennessee considered the South? I think you guys are kind of Midwest, aren't you? Is that, am I mistaken? Tennessee's still the South, isn't it? So yeah, so I'm going to go to a metro station today and make a video. Doesn't sound very exciting, does it? But I guess I'm going to have to make the 3-minute long video of me going on this escalator, going up and down for 3 minutes. Yeah, yesterday I was at this supermarket and I went for lunch there. Now, if my wife is watching, she's going to hate me to say that I went to Burger King for lunch, but they have a good special at the moment on Whopper sandwiches. So I went there and had lunch. There's like a food court at the shopping center where the supermarket was. And the problem is that all the Russian food stalls, if I go there without my wife, I don't have any idea what I'm ordering or what the food is on the... You can still get the pictures, but then you never know if it's going to be tasty or not. Oh, Chris Hype is saying maybe some cruise packing tips in the future. So yeah, I could maybe make a list of like the 10 things to pack. I do want to do a video about the gear that I use to make my videos because I'm not sure if they come out amazing, the videos. I think they do. I guess I'm always just watching it on my phone and then doing the editing on my phone, which I have right here, by the way. It's now 8:02, so we've been going for 32 minutes. This is my S9 Plus Samsung. Not to promote my phone, of course, but actually the coolest thing, I'm going to give a shout out to Moment. Moment is a brand of, ooh, I'm rocking the screen here. Sorry, guys, you're getting a little bit nauseous. Moment's actually a brand of lenses that you can get for smartphones. Now, if you guys probably can't see it that well, but there's a little, these are the lenses for the phone, of course, and then the finger scanner here. And there's basically a metal ring around this case where I can screw in I've got a fisheye lens. So if you watch some of the videos with the wide angle lens, it's called a fisheye lens. And so these guys, so basically I bought this in New York at B&H, the camera store. And I bought the lens. I bought the case 1 week and then I bought the lens the next because I didn't plan to buy everything in 1 week. And I somehow knocked the phone and lens at the same time and the phone case cracked a little. to the point that I couldn't screw the lens in tightly. It was just kind of very loose in there. So I sent them a message on Facebook. You can probably see the word moment now when I do that, can you? And then they contacted me by email, and they said, no worries, we're going to send you a new one in the mail. Just give us your address. And I completely didn't expect it. I guess in terms of customer service, you expect them to replace things that are damaged, but whether it was my fault that the lens kind of detached or fell off when I knocked it, I don't know. But yeah, it was, so they sent me a new one from America. I think they're in California somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where they actually are, maybe San Francisco. And they mailed it to Australia. And then I'd actually flown to Bali already. So when my mum and dad came up for their week in Bali, the mum brought it with me. I was kind of excited to get the new case. And here it is, by the way. So yeah, the link to this, to buying one, if you happen to have Samsung and you want the lens, it will be in the description of this video. Once I finish the live video, I'm going to put my links to my gear that I use there. Yeah, so Monica says, yeah, getting ready to go somewhere while we are getting ready to go to sleep. Yeah, because of the time difference, I completely, yeah, so you guys, it's 11 p.m. in America. And then, so here it's 8 a.m. and then people are in different places, maybe in Australia, maybe in Asia, maybe also in Europe. I wonder if somebody's here in Europe watching. Maybe somebody's going to watch it, you know, watching it back. So cruise packing tips would be great. Going on my first cruise this year on the breeze. Oh, Melody. So yeah, so maybe I can just compile like a top 30 or top 50 ideas, and we can read off the list. How about I do that for the next live chat? I'll prepare a list of packing ideas, and we can talk about each item in the live chat. How's that sound? Carter, how are we going? G'day, mate. Oh, good day, mate. It's very hard to say g'day. It's good day. So you see g or g and then day. So rather than saying good day, mate, which sounds very British, you say g'day. Let me type it right here. So it's, you say g day. Good day. That's the Australian way to say it. So yeah, what's this about? So webmaster. So this is actually a live chat, which is linked to the Facebook page, the YouTube channel, of course, if you're watching it via YouTube, and the website, ilikecruiseships.com. So I wonder if anybody's I wonder if anybody's looked at any of the news on the website in the last few days. Obviously, while I've been here in Moscow, I've been able to post a lot more news stories, especially these few days when my wife's at work every day. I've got the house to myself and I can get online and do things. What I've been doing is trying to post a few articles every morning and then go out during the day while it's light, because it gets dark here by 5 p.m., obviously coming into winter time. So if I go out later than that, it's just completely black outside. So I understand, Monica, don't worry. I do a lot of typos, and I'm forever corrected by my dad for all of the spelling of my posts that I do. I never realized how bad a speller I was, especially from using my phone a lot to type things. So Carter says, shrimp on the barbie. Yeah, you know, the funny thing is, obviously, in Australia, we have prawns. So having shrimp on the barbie is barbecue, for anyone that's not sure. And then we have prawns on, I guess if for America, it would be prawns on the grill. Right, prawns on the grill. Rather shrimp. Yeah, Cam, yes, Cam, I'm in Moscow, Russia. This is the kitchen of my house. You can't really see too much. You can just see the wall here and ever expanding things on the wall. Somebody in the chat in February asked me to point out things on the wall. So yeah, that's the door to the entrance of the flat. It's a one-bedroom flat, or we say apartment. Sounds much fancier, but it's a flat, I guess, for some people, apartment for others. I wish I could show you the view, because on the 11th level here is a beautiful view of the town over Prelift. It's a little bit, it's very overcast today, fully clouded over today. About 2 days, when was I in? 3 days ago, I was in, 2 days ago, I was in Moscow Center in Red Square, and it was like beautiful, beautiful. And then now, this is obviously now knowing that the winter's coming, the weather's changed, life goes on. So, good day. Yeah, that's a little bit better, Carter. Good day. Do I like Vegemite sandwich? I think you're just ringing off all the words from the Lamb Down Under song. I'm not a big fan of Vegemite sandwiches. I don't mind it, but I don't love it. I keep bringing it over here to Moscow to push it on to everybody, and they don't like it either. So daylight savings ends Sunday here in the US, and still trying to adjust to the time change. Yeah, so yeah, that 1 hour difference in the amount of light that you get is a big effect. Yeah, when we flew from Bali back to Moscow, we arrived into Moscow at 10 p.m. And we were home super fast, by the way. It was only like an hour and a half to get from getting off the plane through arrivals, waiting for luggage, and getting the car home. We got a taxi home. If anyone wants to watch that video, by the way, there's a video of us going from Bali to Moscow. I was going to name it the Fire and Ice trip. So yeah, if you guys want to watch any of the other YouTube videos of my trip in Bali and then flying from Bali to Moscow, yeah, the next day once we arrived and woke up, we had to go and get some food in, some milk, things in the kitchen. And it was very tough for us. We went out, and with that, it was a 5 hour time difference, so we were 5 hours earlier. We were kind of looking at our watch. We weren't sure what time it was or where we were, so we're now better adjusted, and my wife's gone back to work, so, and then I'm here. So I'm trying to use this as my work time and try to do the website and post stories and articles on there. So please check out the website when you can. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, when I look at the analytics, the uptick in viewers and people looking at pages and posts when I'm here using it every day. So basically there's very few people. I went almost the whole 6 months while I was on the ship not doing any website posts. And then now I'm home, it's just basically all about the website. And then I'm sort of struggling to do the YouTube, because being that the channel's called I Like Cruise Ships, it's meant to be about cruise ships. And here in Moscow, there's no cruise ships. There is actually like day cruises you can take. You can go for a lunch or a dinner on the river. And actually for my birthday last year, or the year before, when did we go? The year before. We went on the river. It was a beautiful day, and we went on the river you go for like a luncheon cruise, and then you can go out and take photos on the deck and everything, and you go right past, where the river goes past the Red Square and the Kremlin, and then the different buildings. I don't even know most of the buildings that we went past, but it was very cool. Ended. Yeah, so Russian chicks are primo. Wow, yeah. So I won't comment on any part of that because my wife would kill me. And but yeah, there is certainly a lot of beautiful women in Russia. So if you come on over, I can just take you to the supermarket and check them all out. Being in winter now, everybody's sort of dressed and overdressed for the weather, so you can't really put yourself on show when you go out. You're wearing like a big jacket, pants, shoes, hat, scarf, gloves. So everyone's kind of hiding away there. So yeah. So what else can we talk about, I wonder? So I'm going to make the video today going on this escalator. It doesn't sound very exciting, does it? I'm going to go out going on an escalator, but I need to basically give myself a bit of a to-do thing each day while I'm in Moscow here. So I basically work on the website in the morning until lunchtime, then go out and then come back and relax, watch some TV. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I've got my computer here, my phone. I actually do have a tablet as well, a Samsung tablet, but I've not set that up. I normally have that set up here so I can use 2 computers at the same time. Monica's asking, when do I go back to work? So my plan, which is different from probably the company's plan, I'm leaning on the table and then the screen is jumping around. So my plan is that I want to go on the Carnival Triumph Now, if you guys are Carnival Cruise Line fans, you'll know that the Carnival Triumph is going into dry dock in March. I think it's March. And it's going to sail over from New Orleans, excuse me, and go to Cadiz, Spain. And they're going to have a 2-month dry dock. And the ship's going to come back out as the new Carnival. Oh, what's the new ship's name going to be? The Carnival. Now, I know that the Victory is going to be called Carnival Radiance. So I wonder if you guys know. Oh, Carnival Sunrise. Oh, there you go, Cam. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, Cam, for that. Yeah, so Carnival Sunrise. And I had a thought that the Victory was going to become the Carnival Sunset, but they've called it Carnival Radiance, which really is a Royal Caribbean name as well. So there you go. Yeah, Sunrise. And the point would be that I can go and work there, of course, and do my job. And I can film lots of videos of the changeover of the ship and then the renaming and things like that, and then the build out of all the lounges. The new LNG ships. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to name the LNG ships. Yeah, now, being that I'm not on the ship, I don't really have any secret squirrels or anybody that can tell me any information. So yeah, how they've gone from Sunrise, not using Sunset or Sunshine, of course, then gone to Radiance. I'm not sure what their train of thought is about the naming of the ships. Yeah, the LNG. Yeah, so obviously Panorama, which you've talked about, is the sister ship to Horizon and Vista. So Horizon was always called Vista Sister. I don't know if you guys have heard that at all before, but the LNG ships are completely different from anything that Carnival's built. And then obviously the new technology and then these new eco-friendly ships, which they have other LNG passenger ships in Europe, but mostly ferries and, not a passenger cruise line ship in the Caribbean or built for American market, let's say. So it is going to be quite different and quite radical, I guess. So I hope everybody's liking the chat. I'm not sure. I think we might go for a few more minutes. I didn't have a plan of how long. This is the first one, by the way, so it always feels like I'm just chatting to the screen. It's nice that I can see people chatting back, so I've got things to talk about it to you guys. Yeah, and rumor is Carnival Reflection. Oh, there we go. So Sunrise, Sunshine, Radiance, Reflection. Cam is asking, how are Mum and Dad going? So they're going well. So I don't know if you've watched the Bali videos. Mum and Dad aren't in it really because I did them in another island in Gili Air. But Mum was in my shopping video. Let me see if I can link. How the heck would I do that? Oh, that would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? If I could link. Oh, let's click that. Let me see if I can link the video of Mum at the shopping center. Oh, that's too many things to press. So yeah, we were in Bali together for 2 weeks, and then they flew to Bali for the last week of my holiday there, and we stayed in the same hotel for a week, and then we had one extra night because we messed up the days when we were flying out and when they were flying out. So I actually met them at the airport, and then I took them back to the airport ultimately, and it was a great time. Yeah, we went to a resort by the beach. So rather than Kuta Beach, Legian Beach is the next one down. We stayed in Legian. But yeah, we had nice lunches and dinners. We went shopping. Our time there, which was the 2 weeks before they arrived, seemed to go slow. And when they came, it was just so fast. And, what we're going to do today and tomorrow. And we had a bit of a plan. We had a day trip. We went up into the mountains and the rice fields. I didn't film any part of that, by the way. That was kind of my off time of filming. I wish I did make a video now, but The plan was not to make videos while they were there too much and enjoy the trip in Bali and not be on my phone, because it does get very much, especially the trips where I filmed coming from Bali to Moscow, you kind of concentrate so much with using your camera and phone and then lose the enjoyment of your traveling and seeing places, because you become a little bit YouTube eccentric. Does that make sense? Yeah, so mum and dad missed my wife. They got to meet her for the first time for that week we were there. And my dad, I chatted with him yesterday briefly. He said that he's missing seeing us together and being and hanging out together, which I can completely understand. So they know I'm here for a while. So I do chats with them. And yesterday I chatted to him while I was on the bus going into Moscow. So I didn't take my headphones, so it's very awkward to chat on the bus with everybody around me. The minute I speak English in public, everybody is looking around, and because it's not Russian, so it's not the normal conversation that I'm doing there. So yeah, mum and dad are doing well. So I think they enjoyed their Bali trip. They need to come to Bali for longer than a week, though, I think, because the time goes very fast. You kind of do a thing for one day, next day you kind of relax, you do something the next day, and your 7 days is gone, so they need to come over for like 10 days or 2 weeks. All right, so I might wrap up the chat here. I see there's 6 viewers watching. We got 3 thumbs up, so I wonder if we can get any more thumbs up. Than the 3 we've got already. We've nearly gone for 1 hour. It's 9 minutes short of 1 hour, but 6 viewers is good, I think. The longest. I wonder, where was this video of my mum? Let's see if I can put that in the link, because it's kind of a nice video. Yeah, my dad doesn't like being on camera. It's very strange, because my dad is like me. He's very chatty, very conversational with people, and can basically talk to anybody about anything and just start chatting away like I can. And then as soon as I get my phone and start wanting to do videos with him, he gets all gets all quiet and shy. So mum says every time dad's talking too much, just pull out your camera, and it'll shut him up very fast. So paste. There we go. So that's the link to the video of my mum shopping. She's kind of mostly in the end part of it. So if you watch the last part of the video, where's my chat screen gone? That's not it. There we go. I can see both. Carter says, okay, we won't read out Carter's message. Yeah, you know what's interesting about Russia is everything that you kind of think about it from watching TV. Then when you're here, it's very much just normal day-to-day life. People are at the supermarket. People are out walking. People are going to and from work. People are on the bus going to and from work or wherever they're going out for the day. People are at the hairdressers. They're at the, at the pet shop. I don't know, whatever places they're at. And they're just doing their normal thing. And people aren't worried about anything but themselves and just living their day-to-day life. They're not, worried about, let me say, politics or what's on the news or what's happening in another country. People just, everybody's obviously got their opinions. I understand that. And everybody, especially where you talk to people who speak English, well, I have been here these few days. People have their opinions, and it's kind of interesting to talk in English to people because they're very interested and curious about the outside world. I don't know how to say that, but people do fly in, go on holidays. We met a lot of Russians in Bali, and obviously people flying back from Bali to Moscow, you know, and that kind of that change in mood when you go on the flight, and then when you arrive and you're putting your jacket on and things like that. So just give you an interesting tidbit. When we were going to board the flight from Doha to Moscow, we saw all these guys in Russian tracksuits, girls, and it was the Russian national team for gymnastics, the guys and girls. They had the world championships in Doha. And of course, Russia competed. I don't know who won or didn't win. I didn't look that up afterwards, but they were pretty much sitting all around us, and the doctors and the physios and the coaches. And then when we arrived, if you watch the video of going from Bali to Moscow at the end, I didn't sort of twig about it at the time, but basically we kind of grabbed our bags, came off the carousel pretty quick, and we saw all of the team kind of gathering together there on the other side. And when we came through the arrivals, there was a whole lot of film crews and TV news stations waiting to interview the athletes, because I would imagine some of them won gold or silver or bronze in the world championships. They are known for using performance-enhancing drugs. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know, myth or not myth. I won't talk about that either. Don't talk about anything that's involving Russia. Talk about life in Russia, but not about anything that's too in-depth. Yeah, I know it's in the past and everything like that, but I don't know. They seemed very nice on the flight. A couple of them sat right next to us. But again, they don't speak too much English, so it was difficult to have a conversation. I did chat to one of the photographers, though. He was a really nice guy. And he basically works for, I guess, a press company. I don't know, like kind of similar to Associated Press, and travels around the world following Russian sport. And I'm like, oh, what are you filming? What are you going to go and shoot next and film next? And he's like, oh, I'm going to biathlon. To a biathlon, which is kind of what I used to associate with the Olympics. So, Russell, show the plates. It's right there on the wall. Ooh, over here. And the new plate, which is not a plate, is actually a clock. This one right here is a clock that my mum bought for my wife. So yeah, she got me to put that on the wall. So there's now a cheese board, calendar, like a painting that a friend gave us, and then the plate. Now, I remember in my grandma's house, and my uncle's house now has it in Australia. My dad's brother, he has plates on the wall as well, and actually is. Oh, you can't see, but there is some right here as well. Ooh, no, you can't see it. So it's right there. There is a little thing on the wall as well. Yeah, the plate's got more attention than I have in the videos. So, 10-4. Yeah, they should make. How does capitalism work? I don't understand the explanation about that. You know what? I left high school after 3 years, and my social studies skills are not up to scratch. I'm sorry. So you should make videos of where you are now. It would surely be interesting to see. Yeah, the only thing is, which I'm not sure if people are confused about, is that I'm doing a lot of non-cruise ship videos on I Like Cruise Ships YouTube channel. So do you guys love YouTube, by the way? I'm starting to love it and enjoy it, and realize that there's people doing amazing things on YouTube as creators, and people with a lot more what's in my fridge. Hey Duncan, by the way, sorry. I was thinking, I recognize the last name. I think Duncan Priest, right? You've got Spring Priest. Imagine you've, that you changed your name or have a new account, I guess. So thumbs up to that. All right, so what was I talking about? Yeah, so the changeover of not cruise ships to cruise ships. I was thinking of starting a new channel, but it's just so hard to get subscribers from 0 or 1 or 2. to get to where I am now. So once I hit that 1,000, that was kind of the big celebratory moment. And now it's kind of ticking over without doing too much, let's say. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, your YouTube is really good. Thanks, Cam. You like my YouTube. And yeah, I mean, look, there's people that do amazing things on YouTube, to be very honest, and the editing and the quality of content is just, it just blows you away. It's really equal or better than television. To be very, very honest, this YouTube, it just shocks me how much people put time and effort into it. I mean, there is people that this is their job and they've made it their job or career now. And I mean, that would be great if I could do that. The problem is for me is to figure out if it's going to be YouTube, if it's going to be Facebook, if it's going to be the website, because I'd really like the website to be successful as well. But can I kind of manage to do both? I'm not sure. Well, look, lots of chat now. Oh, holy, wow. And 6 viewers. So anybody wants to share this into any social media groups that they might be in, or any of their favorite social media groups, to see if we can go from more than 6 people in the chat. That would be really amazing. I love your wallpaper. Yeah, this is my wife's choice. This is in the kitchen here. And then in the lounge room, it's also really cool because it's like different walls. People in Moscow love wallpaper, let me tell you. In apartments, you look at any, you know, like homes.com, or I don't know, apartments.com, where you've got apartments for sale. There are some pretty, I'm going to say, cheesy wallpaper and corny wallpaper and very different wallpaper. But yeah, this one is very nice, very, it's kind of like swirls. I don't know if ours, and it's actually got this different texture when you touch it, by the way. Ooh, if I show my hand over here. You can see my suntan from Bali. I take my watch off because I tend to have my wrists on the table and on the laptop a lot, and it scuffs. I take my watch off. It's the wife's. Oh, good, the Russian food. How's the Russian street food? So, Carter, I haven't had any Russian street food yet. So they have shashlik and shawarma. Shawarma. It's kind of basically like a pita bread with meat and lettuce and tomato, and they make it in these kind of like fast food, not like a fast food truck. It's like a hut, normally near train stations and where public. I don't know. You need to Google this shawarmageddon. So this shawarma, which is a particular type of food that everybody buys in Moscow, and the government basically did inspections of all these little food stalls around Moscow region, and of the 300 they inspected, like 290 had compliance issues with cleanliness and hygiene and things like that. But it's been a staple food in Moscow for years that everybody buys these quick takeaway pita bread, kind of like almost like a souvlaki, like a pita bread wrap. And the government threatened to close every one of them down in Russia. And there was such public backlash and people upset about it that they were calling it shawarmageddon, which is kind of the end of the world for these takeaway food stalls. And there's one from where I am here. It's about a 15-minute walk to the train station. There's one by the train station here. And I noticed when I walked past the other day, the guy was like cleaning the tables outside and wiping the windows, which I'd never seen before when I'd stopped there a lot. So maybe I can go and have one of them today and put that in the video with the escalator. If anybody's new to watching this part of the chat now from earlier, I'm going to go to I'm not sure in terms of maybe the top 5 longest escalators in the world. That's one that's here in Moscow at one of the metro stations, the subways or tube stations. Which word do you like to hear? Not as good as you, Russell. I'm asking how you're going. Not as good as you. I don't know what's happening with you or what's happening with me. I'm kind of happy. I do like doing these go lives, by the way. I like the interaction of the chat. I do watch other people's go lives, and I find it very interesting how they interact with people. Obviously, some people have more of a following than others. I mean, the 6 of us here, which is great. But I see where people have like 100 or 200 or 300 people in the chat. Yeah, so let me read some of the things. Not as good as Cam says you could make a separate section on your channel titled land videos, as they can kind of be differentiated since you're not on the ships 24/7. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the idea. Basically, I've got, they're called playlists, sections. Now I'm getting all tricky with the words. There's different playlists. So I have sort of changed some of the playlists. I need to redo it again with these go lives and do that. You can show us Russian foods. Yeah, so the supermarket walk around yesterday. So if you watch the video from yesterday, I was in Red Square, then I went to the supermarket. I just really showed the grocery store, which is really just a supermarket like where we all live. So everything's in Russian. Everything's a lot cheaper, by the way, food-wise. I mean, anything that's imported isn't cheap. But with a lot of the sanctions against Russia, not all of the countries in the world are shipping to Russia, if that makes sense. So most things are all locally produced. So local cheese rather than, let's say, French cheese, or there's no Italian ham or salamis. It's all Russian salamis. You know, so there's no Australian meat because Australia has trade embargoes with Russia as well. So you can show us Russian food. How long are you in Moscow, Duncan? The plan is to be here. Now, I haven't told my company. They emailed me last 4 days ago, this week, asking what dates I want to come back. And I've said January. So the plan is to be here exactly 2 months and go back to work January 5th. I think that's right. I came here on November 4th. My birthday was on the 3rd, by the way. So we had the last day in Bali as my birthday, and then we flew out the next morning on the 4th. Effectively, the 5th day when we arrived was the first full day I've been here. You need clickbait, like free pizza. Message deleted, I don't know. Yeah, there is Pizza Hut here. It's amazing. Yesterday when I was at the food court at the shopping center, how people love Burger King, love McDonald's, love Pizza Hut, and then not all of them really like to eat at the Russian, the takeaway food stalls. There's also sushi takeaway. I guess people want that kind of escape from normal Russian food when they come to the shopping center or a food court somewhere, because it's quite a difference, I guess, for them to have Western food. I guess if you call KFC and Burger King Western food rather than Eastern food, Eastern or Western. Melody, thanks. Yeah, 3rd of November was my birthday. Maybe if you look me up on Facebook, Russell Otway on Facebook, there's quite a lot of check-ins and photos that I took. I didn't really do too much. I should have done more videos in Bali. Should have. There's all these great ideas in my head, and then it's just going out and filming them. Now, one thing that I noticed with a lot of YouTube creators is they have a second person who either films them or they help edit or film. They call B-roll, which is a second camera filming things. And my wife isn't into that at all. She doesn't like being on camera. She doesn't want to talk in the videos. But I need that ideally second person who could do the YouTube together with me. Cam, thanks as well. Yeah, maybe thumbs ups. We've got 5 thumbs up, by the way. There's no thumbs downs. So this is going to be the screenshot. It's pretty cool. When you upload a video, it gives you thumbnails that you can choose to put as your thumbnail of the video, or you can put your own thumbnail. And that's one thing that YouTube talk about is great thumbnails. Make a great thumbnail. Make something like you say clickbait-wise. Duncan, this is my football team in Australia. SGIO is the insurance company that's one of the sponsors. Bankwest is also is one of the sponsors. That's the bank in Western Australia, Bank West. And then Puma, of course, and then the logo for the team, West Coast Eagles. They also won the premiership this year, which was the last week in September. They won the grand final, or the flag, they call it, when you win the trophy at the end of the season. You win a flag, like a pennant flag for America. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I didn't watch it live at the stadium because I live in Perth and it was on in Melbourne. We watched it live on television. And if there was ever 2 minutes I should have had my camera on, it was right at the end, because they won in a very close match in the last 5 minutes of the game. And my dad was jumping around in the lounge room, and I've never seen him react to watching sport like that before. He doesn't go to any live sport, which is a shame because he should. And he was basically jumping around. Every 5 minutes that they were losing, oh, it's over, they've lost, it's finished. And then as soon as they got a goal and they were in front, my dad was like suddenly back a fan again of the team. And it was just very funny, because if I'd have filmed that 2 minutes, it would have been on the local news, I think. My dad was like bouncing around in the lounge room. We arranged that day to have meat pies, which is a very traditional food if you go to the football. Like a meat pie and then ketchup on top, meat pie and sauce. So we had those cooking in the oven, and then we had, like snacks like you would if you went to the football. We just had it in the lounge room at home. So it was kind of cool. So yeah, I guess it's all about me. If you weren't there, you wouldn't really follow it. But if you Google West Coast Eagles, which is the football team, you'll realize they won the flag, and it's called a premiership. When you win the end of season trophy, it's a premiership. So they were premiers for 2018. It's very much Aussie slang words that I'm saying here, to win a flag, which in America it would be a pennant. So at the end, at the start of the next season, like for ice hockey, they put the pennant up on the building wall. You don't really, I don't think you actually get a flag technically. It's sort of weird that they call it a flag and you don't get one. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go. It's now past 1 hour. I was going to try to do 1 hour, and I've gone an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 12 minutes. So I hope, I think the video is frozen too. I wonder if that's because I just moved the computer slightly. So I'm going to thank everybody for watching, and I hope that the chat was good. Don't forget to subscribe to I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. And, there we go. It's back again. So I wonder if that froze just then. You guys saw the freezing. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody who's watched live, or if you're watching on replay, I guess. Good night and good morning. Thanks, Melody, for watching. Thanks, Duncan, Cam, Carter, and where is Monica, if she's still here? And I won't say stick around to watch more videos, because that's what you normally do when you film the videos. But check out some other videos on the YouTube channel, I Like Cruise Ships. And if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe. Click the notification bell for new videos. And if I can, I'm going to put, like this, I'm going to put some links to other videos to watch. So thanks, everybody. See you later. I'll talk to you all later. Peace out. I'm just reading the comments. And thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. Bye.